In Dealing with Debt today, Matt Schulz, Chief Credit Analyst at LendingTree, joins us for a look at spending during the pandemic. Hello to you, Matt.
Hi, Angie. Thanks for having me.
Matt, what can you tell us?
Our survey found that about 40% of Americans say that they have cut spending during the coronavirus pandemic. And that shouldn't be all that surprising because so many people have had to deal with so much in these past few months, whether it's a medical emergency, a job loss, loss of income, other things like that. The truth is, we just don't spend now like we did back in January or February.
What are 3 ways Americans are cutting back?
The 3 biggest things that people aren't spending on anymore, and most people out there will probably be able to relate to these things: dining out, traveling, and car rentals.
What are some of the ways Americans are spending more money?
The big things that people have been spending more on are things like face masks. About 3/4 of people said they're spending more on face masks than they were before the pandemic started. That shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody. Another thing that they're spending more on: groceries. If you're not dining out as much, if your kids aren't getting their lunches at school, you're probably spending more on groceries. I know I am. I know a lot of my friends and loved ones are too. And another thing that people are spending much more on: streaming services. I think most everybody has spent some time watching some show or binging on some old reruns or finding out what the new buzzworthy show is. It's something that a lot of folks have embraced during this pandemic as something to kind of lighten the mood and to maybe educate yourself as well.
Matt, what does all this mean for debt and savings?
If there's been a silver lining in this pandemic, and those are hard to find, it's been that people have reduced their spending, and a lot of that reduced spending has gone towards things like emergency funds and paying down debt. This pandemic has certainly shown us that you just never know when that rainy day is going to come, and you don't know how strong that storm is going to be. But you can be absolutely positively sure that that storm is going to come. So it is upon you to make sure that you are ready for it when it does. So one of the best things that you can do if you're financially feeling okay right now is to build that emergency fund. The truth is, you can't really have an emergency fund that is too big. It's a really important thing. It makes a huge difference when you have a job loss, when you have a medical emergency. It's just something that every American needs to have, and that's really about all there is to it.
Thank you, Matt. We always appreciate having you on our show.
Thank you, Angie. Always good to talk to you.
More Business First AM. Check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.